changed. I don't like it.
Steam have changed what?
Steam.
Oh no. Yeah.
No. Look, in general, Steam have changed.
Oh. Hang on. Discord. General. Scroll down.
What is that?
What? It's the new sign-in. It's to make it look like the
I don't like it. Make it go away.
It's hang on. Go to the properties window for any game. It looks like that. This is the new Steam.
Make it go away.
Well, if you click on any of them, you get the old ones back. Not betas. Where's the old stuff?
Oh.
It's still there's still some stuff down in the deep depths that are the old style. They're slowly remaking it so that it's pretty.
I don't like it.
Well, Steam didn't ask you.
I know. What the fuck? Why not? Okay, I think this might be a bust. I'm stuck. Not in the... Might be a very brief streak, because I basically did Fortress Craft and then I had to make this build. So I've had quite a mad day. Let's see what I've broken, if anything.
How did that stream go?
Surprisingly well, actually. I actually got HDRP set up and somewhat working, which is more than I was expecting.
Ooh.
Nothing working for weeks or months, but it was like, oh, this is kind of going.
Ooh.
Oh no, I didn't. I was not that stupid.
Sent out a bad build?
I had to disable the ATC just in order to tune something, and I forgot to turn it on. But it's okay. I can go back to the previous
Oh, we're just
build.
gonna add it to a ship.
I'll just roll it back.
Oh, me updating right now is not ideal.
It's only a small build, but that means that the invisible ship was in last night's build. So
invisible ship.
No more invisible ships. Yeah.
Ooh.
That build, all that had in it was tutorial derps. Files verify integrity.
There you go. Put you in general. I sent you, or I answered your question.
We hates it. Do you know how long?
I'm sure
I have
all
seen
for
that
the Steam Deck.
Do you know how long I've seen that old sign-in screen? Do you have any idea?
Yeah, I'm sure the update screen's still the same old one because we got that yesterday. It was the same old screen, so they haven't updated that yet.
It's been about 14 years since I've been looking at the screen. To be fair, it's so small.
Yeah.
You're like, what? Okay, I mean, it on my screen, and I've got a 32-inch screen. The old Steam sign-in dialogue is less than 2 inches across. It's not a, it's because I'm running at high res, so it's. On Steam. Hopefully, I've rolled back the build. This is why I try and build every day. So the worst case scenario is we can go back to yesterday's build, but hopefully we'll get a third. So what it was is if anyone timed out talking to the server, then they just reconnect. Because sometimes it doesn't connect. That's just the way the internet works. But if you timed out logging onto the server, what the server would do was go, "Oh, I've timed out. I better reconnect to the person I've just timed out from." So then the server would start treating them as if they were a client and they were a server. So remember, I was getting server messages sent.
Oh.
That's why. Because I found, it's one of those, I was trying to fix something, fix invisible ship, fix invisible ship, fix invisible ship, and then I just sort of went. I had a packet like fail, and then the server tried to connect, and I was like, That doesn't mean that the invisible ship issue is definitely fixed, but I'm hoping I now no longer get crap sent to the client. Because I spent ages and ages and ages trying to fix it. But what I probably needed was a third person to join the server, fail to connect in the first go, and then reconnect. Right. Where are we at?
My internet's been playing ball lately, so it wasn't gonna be me.
Oh, that's not
2
good.
minutes of downloading to do.
Uh,
Then I've got to update the build again.
did I? Well, no, you should cancel it. Right-click properties.
Yeah. All I can do is pause it.
Yeah, but ignore it. Don't wait for it. Right-click properties, manage files, verify, and then it will immediately start verifying, and then it will start to download the new build. Oh. Well, then it'll be fine. I think I accidentally just ran the server rather than joining the... I hope so, because I couldn't see anything.
Hello.
Friends.
Ah.
Hey, Shalka.
Oh.
Didn't see you earlier. I was expecting you to turn up and wave. Were you busy?
Yeah, some things come up.
Oh, okay, this isn't good. In fact, lots of stuff doesn't look good here. The server's forgotten what all the player names are. All of them.
Oh, oh no.
And the client can't see most of the ships. We didn't do anything that big. I noticed the previous log was 92. Okay, yeah, that's fine. The log looks fine. But I can't even see my own ships. I can just see the colony ships.
This game bat just gave me a heart attack. It's just like downloading all of it. 4 hours or 4 days. It's like, excuse me? Oh. And then it thought about it. 6 minutes. Okay.
So the server can see all of the ships. That's fine. Including, let's just search colony ships, including the Sucket and the... where's our bus? Oh, pilotable ships.
Never bought a bus.
Here we have. The Quat Exobus. It's knackered because no one's ever managed to fly it. Rejoin then.
Well,
Like, we bought it, and it now needs to be flown and given some love.
would a tugboat be able to help with that? Like,
No.
I'm pretty sure we can fly the tugboat. I'm just saying though, like if you do take out a new ship and it's completely unusably knackered,
yes, probably.
Would somebody be able to just fly a tugboat, latch onto you, and
Probably.
hump you over to the repair dock?
I mean, I can say probably a few more times, but probably.
Neat.
I mean, the main question is, when you join, can you see more than 5 ships? So I can only see 5, and that's wrong.
Well, the timer keeps going up, so I'll keep you updated. We're up to 15 minutes. My internet's being very weird.
I started the build at 5 o'clock, and it finished at 9:15. So I did try and give myself as much as I possibly could. Yeah, I'm getting
Come on,
like
internet. You can do better than half a meg.
getting. I hit join and immediately I start getting messages from the client. So join friends.
I'm playing the tutorial and I got the message that DJ Argos left. Saved.
Oh, I'm joining your game. That's why it's fucking up. Yeah, that's why. The tutorial is definitely not working. Don't even bother. I fixed it and then I made the wrong build. I cannot join anyone. I cannot choose who to join because I don't have that UI because I'm in the game. So could you please not tutorial? In the build I will make at bedtime, the tutorial does work. You can refuel, repair, and the other one. I thought I had made you when you joined a game, when you were in the title screen. Yeah, you were invisible, but apparently not. Oh, that's a new one. Yeah, that's actually quite funny that you're Russia. I will make a note on that one. High priority. Refuse all actions, etc. when in the knowledge. I need to look up how to do a LAN game. So what I need to do is when you play privately, it's just a LAN game. I've just no idea how. I think I'm still trying to join you, Shauka.
Don't have the game up at the moment.
Well, yeah, but bear in mind, I just go, hey Steam, who's playing the game? And Steam will tell me and I'll just join. Oh no, that looks good. Oh good. I haven't broken anything. I was just purely joining Shaka in the tutorial. Right. Quat Exobus requires taxi levels, and I am not very far. But I do notice part of what I said was right. All the player names have gone.
That's not good.
Oh, they should come back. So Shaka's alright. Yeah, no, so I can see me. Well, I can see me and I can see server, but that's it. Oh wow, this ship's I'm a little maybe this ship seems very broken. But that might actually be correct.
Which one? What? Huh?
This one. The whatever I'm in. The Space Limo R1.
Oh.
Like surprisingly broken given I think I was the last one to fly it. But the coils are okay. The engine's okay. But the thrusters, high integrity, cooling matrix, and main computers are dead.
Yeah, all of them pretty much.
That said, I don't seem to be able to break ships anymore. So I think I may have to rebalance the mechanical sympathy. A little bit. I might try and simplify the algorithm because I think I've made it so complicated I can't balance it. Did you play Warcraft, Todd? Were you a Warcraft player?
What?
Had.
Oh. I had friends that tried to get me into it. It's just
okay.
not my game. I don't really do MMOs.
Because Warcraft had an issue that people would find clever ways to break it, but like equipping very, very fast-firing weapons.
Oh, yeah.
So they invented something called PPM, which meant that instead of having like a 3% chance of happening every time you attacked, it had like 3 procs per minute, which meant the chance of it happening to start with is 0. And then the chance of it happening increases towards 20 seconds. And when you hit 20 seconds, there's a 100% chance of happening. And then the chance resets. So on average, it will happen 3 times a minute. So I might do that. I might need to implement that because currently this is just not firing. And a PPM one's much easier to balance because you design the PPM system and then you just say, when the ship is completely broken, it will break 3 times a minute. And if it breaks, it then can't break for a certain period of time.
Ooh, I like that. I guess it all depends on how long it's broken, because I've had like 20-second breaks, and I'm like, oh god,
Yeah, but that's why you need more ranks
no
in
control.
jury
I'm
rigging.
gonna careen into something.
More ranks in jury
Just
rigging.
watching myself careen into another ship, going, oh god. Well, I can't
Okay.
get it up or improve it if none of my ships ever break again.
I also left the game running for half an hour to try and solve the not on a waypoint chain bug. Couldn't make it happen. Server's just gone, not on a waypoint chain. It's like, oh. I also made the boop quieter, but it doesn't seem like I did.
Wait,
Are you coming, by the way?
I just rolled it back.
I seem to be in just... Oh, you're still downloading, aren't you?
I have 5 minutes of... Oh, yeah.
I didn't roll that back, though.
My internet's
The quieter
super
sound
awesome,
should be
by the way.
earlier. But unfortunately, I've now got Schrodinger's build, because I don't know if the invisible players has been fixed. And if it has been fixed, great. But if it hasn't been fixed, I don't know for a fact the fix was in that build. I can't work out why there are no names. Because the rest of the data's okay. Level, cache, flights, etc. But the name appears to be just missing. I think I changed that.
Do you ever discard the name?
Sorry?
Do you ever discard the name?
No. So what happens is when you join, you go, hello server, I'm called this. And it goes, well, I'll write that down. And then from then on, I use the cached version. But for some reason, they're all listed as unknown, which I don't even know what unknown means. Like, I specifically use different strings to mean failed to get the name, never seen the player, it's initialized but not been downloaded, etc, etc, etc. But I don't know why it's saying unknown.
To annoy you.
Unfortunately, because I was on Fortress
No other
Tracks all
reason.
day, I haven't been on this, or I would have probably noticed.
3 minutes.
I may increase the rate you get jury rigging though, because I've only ever repaired 50 systems, which gives me 4.9% faster ship fixing. Hey, come on, 5.0. Oh man, so Space Game Junkie was asking if I can do a mouse and keyboard schema, and I'm like,
It won't be very good.
but then he's like, or make it work on my HOTAS, and I pointed out he can already do that by rebinding it within the Steam overlay stuff. I do need to put support in for Steam controllers, because Steam controllers have more axes, and then you can make an Xbox 360 controller appear as a Steam controller, and it all becomes much, much simpler. I don't currently know how to query a Steam controller within Unity, but I will need to look it up. And if anybody does feel like earning some easy XP, I'm at about half fuel. Processor. Food processor. Sorry, when we get the bus, it will all become very, very, very obvious whether or not that bug is gone, because I can empty a cargo dock.
Oh.
But I need to I don't know how much XP I need. How much XP do I need? 4,000 XP, so that's 20 people.
Oh, that's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah, so
2 minutes.
went back to the garage today to pick up the car. So yeah, it was weird. They said that like one sill is just rusted through, and the other one's absolutely mint. So, they go like, you didn't park it under a gutter or something. I was like, oh, I don't really know why that would be. That one side of the car is fine and one is not. But yeah,
Which side's closer to the ocean?
the driver's side. I mean,
Is that the side that's messed up?
no, it's the passenger side's messed up.
Oh dear.
I was confused at that.
Oh, my internet's starting to fade on me. Please don't
Yeah,
go.
it's just getting warm. But yeah, because I've had to go back and forth to the garage a few times in the Tesla, my electricity usage for the last 2 days is just through the roof. As happens, when you're actually filling the car. It's still much cheaper than going to the petrol station. But it's just like, my electricity bill's going up. But it is going up by less than my fuel bill would go up.
Well, you don't have a fuel bill as long as you don't drive the Subaru.
Yeah. I said I've got a mate, and he's got a Mustang, and he keeps on going on about how good it is and how good it sounds and blah 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 blah, and he doesn't care about this and manual gearbox blah blah blah. And then he posted a picture of his fuel efficiency because he was stuck in traffic. Because of course a Tesla stuck in traffic uses essentially zero fuel. He was getting 3.6 miles to the gallon when stuck in traffic, and I was like, "Oh, sir!
Oh my!
I don't care how rich you are, that's gonna hurt on a." 10 gallons for 30 miles. It's like, it's the joy of driving. What, the joy of being stuck in traffic? Yeah, thrilling.
Yeah, that's technically not driving.
When I get in traffic, I just double blip the auto drive and then just stop paying attention. It deals with traffic 100% perfect, 100% perfectly. I just wish I could watch Netflix while I'm up. Soon I'll be able to. I'm waiting for that law to change. So when I get stuck in traffic, like today, I came back in the Tesla, went in that in Tesla. I was just in traffic for ages. Could have just popped Netflix on, or YouTube, or whatever.
Outside the game, does it look up my name correctly?
Yes, you have a name. It's like it's lost all the names on disk. I just don't understand how.
Change the file structure.
Well, no, because it's kept everything else. Cache, flights, etc.
Yeah. It added an underscore when it wasn't supposed to. Or it's looking in the file marked with the comma or parentheses 2.
There is a backup, but I don't use it. I do create one.
Oh. Playing a controller game up in this.
So there's like 32 in the hotel thing, and I'm picking up random stuff. I would like to choose from 32 two that are going to the same destination.
Yes, but you're not going to. So the current plan is that the taxi will remain as is. More concerningly, by the way, just to change the subject, you just loaded 700 kilos of workers in 2 units.
Yeah.
Workers weigh 100 kilos
Big
each.
boys.
No.
It goes 200 by 200 for me.
Schalke finished loading 700 of worker over 2 units. 3 messages back. And I'm sure you see the same message. That's interesting. Anyway. So the taxi will remain as is. The limo will strip off the destination of a worker when it picks it up. So that means that the limo takes more people and it's more targeted. When you get the limo, you get a little bit less interest in earning money. It doesn't become quite so important because you should all pretty much have access to the cargo van. But that means that the limo is perfect for, I really, really need workers taken to blah position. The bus will remain the same. So the bus will remain as I'm not earning any XP.
Uh-oh.
So the bus will remain as is. The bus is the... Think of the limo as a scalpel, so it can deliver stuff where needed all the time, whereas the bus is more of a mallet. Now my question is, and when I ask this to Taz, I'll ask you as well. Oh, fuck, I'm still getting corrupted ships. God damn it. Can you think of a way in which that is exploitable is my question. Also, I will be removing Warpgate Alpha further away from lunar limos. I guarantee you there will be a best place to take stuff, but it won't be that obvious. Question for Zhalka.
Can I exploit that?
Also, I'd like to point out you're forbidden from saying no and then promptly exploiting it. You have to be honest. But right now, I don't give a shit about money. XP's nice, but money is just not important. Because the cargo van will definitely make me more money. Oh, good. Iron ore is working. Let me look at Tad a second. So Tad is currently... Yeah, you're earning money, Tad, in cargo. But I'm not earning money, apparently, in taxi. Oh. Yes, I am. Did I have somebody else select it? What's going on? Okay, it's working fine. Oh, that was about. I may have been looking at the wrong character. It's possible. There's quite a lot of them. But it also means that the taxi then doesn't become completely pointless once you get the bus.
What do I use the taxi?
Sorry. The limo doesn't become completely pointless when you use the bus. The taxi remains totally pointless, though.
It's just the starter ship. It's supposed to be pointless.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that coordinating with the limo in order to manipulate to have taxis have easier time. That maybe, but my brain doesn't really complete the scene.
No, so all it means is when you go to a dock, you'll still load the same workers you would have loaded anyway, but their destination disappears. So you can take them anywhere you like. So you can then take them where they're needed. And that means, so if I were to implement what you said, you want to look at the screen and say, well, that worker, that worker, that worker. That means that the limo has no advantage over the bus for a player who's played long enough, and the taxi has no advantage. And I like the idea of those still having a use.
It would be a slider advantage.
Well, no, the bus is a huge advantage over the limo. Like quadruple the storage.
Yeah, but if you get like neutral, the passenger generator is going to be stable. Then if you can't or won't ferry a passenger, then you're like forfeiting that time slot for the passenger generation. Even if you could pick which ones you do first, you can't like reroll bad generations, but with limo you effectively can.
Yes. But that bit's not the important bit, because it means that you can actually go and then help. Well, you can go and help. You can actually be useful helping, because right now, for instance, Tad might turn up at the food processing area and going, right, okay, I don't have any workers. And then there's only one solution, isn't there? You get in a bus and you take the bus there. Why would you ever do anything else? You wouldn't, because everything else is pointless. But if the limo can strip the workers off, you'd be like, I'm quite close, I'll just grab some workers and take them there. So I am getting the error, by the way. The error that I was hoping to get rid of. But I just saw, I don't know where Schalke is, but I can see Tad.
Getting fixed.
Yeah, I can see.
I'm going into Foundry, I think.
You're going into the Foundry workers?
Yep.
Me too.
Me 3.
Are you? Oh, shit,
No,
shit, sorry,
Foundry
sorry.
Or I've been smacked into.
I said sorry.
What was that noise? Wee bloop. It's a very odd noise.
I did say sorry, and I know I said sorry. There I am again. Sorry. And I know I said sorry before I hit you, but I was like, yeah, there's not much I can do. I'm trying very hard.
You sound Canadian.
Oh, that fueler looks so cool. Oh, the fueler just drove into the wall. Good old AI.
Is it the AI's fault or the person that made the AI?
It's the AI's fault. That's how it works.
Oh, okay.
In the same way that, if I had a daughter and she went out and killed someone, that's not my fault.
It's the weapon's fault.
It's the system's fault. Yeah, so because we've got a vehicle somewhere on the level, specifically, if you guys see Collector 28, please let me know where it is. Because that one's broken. For reasons of I don't know why.
So there's a manhunt going on.
Collector hunt.
Oh.
I thought I made the... Oh, I did. I need to make the AI trails even shorter. They should just be very, very minimal. Because I could spot that was a player because of the long trails. And I like that.
Mm-hmm.
On the list of things to do as well is for you to choose 3 colours for your trail. I think that's the bare minimum, I think, customization. Maybe the colour of your headlights. I was also going to do it so when you press Y, the breakers come on. When you press Y again, the lights come on. Press Y again to turn the lights off. And turn the breaker off, which I don't know why you would ever do. You would hold Y. So I was going to do it so you don't just press one button to start the ship up. It's 1, 2. Seems to fix this freaking LOD. I'm so tired of cranking up the LOD because people who make the models are really bad at LODs. They're like lower poly, sure, but they're missing bright glowing bits. I also need to do unique per ship sounds. That's also on the list.
Ooh.
So I like the sounds, nothing wrong with them, but I don't want to hear them for every ship.
Oh, that makes sense.
Slight bonk. Ow. And blip. How many to go? 1,800 to go, 1,700 to go. 1,600 to go. I'm so close. I got one for Big D's halfway in. I guess what I'll do is I'll go under. Oh no, I won't go under the foundry. That's like, in theory, yes. In practice, that's a terrible route.
Bus with no name.
Yeah, AI ships don't have names.
It is a very fancy bus. I'll give it that.
Yeah, I mean, this is something I was mentioning earlier about Fortress Craft. I've got some patron money for Fortress Craft, so I can get stuff done. But I don't have any for AstroTrucks. So I'm going to need to find people to model me stuff. And there's no money for it because I've run out. I've run out of free and paid for assets. I can find no other what we call space junk on the internet. Just nothing. So by space junk I mean cargo ships and scows and freighters, not fighters and battleships and cruisers. Yeah, just boring cargo ships.
Get the crossover of the century. People can upload their space engineer ships in here.
Probably try and get Space Game Junkie to join our stream because he failed to get out of the hangar when doing the tutorial, and I was like, I don't know how you did that. You've got to be. It's a spaceship game, but it's not X-Wing, which is more or less a World War I fighter plane. You fly it more like Kerbal. You point where you want to go, you get up to speed and you wait. You don't. I don't know what he did. He didn't record it. But I was like, please record it so I can watch.
Oh, I almost went in the wrong side of the foundry. And then I remembered. Hey, there's a really long trail into the worker drop-off.
That's mine.
That's cool.
Actually, that'd be Shaka's. I'm not in the foundry. Oh, that's...
It's still really cool.
That's still really loud. I swore I made it quieter. Maybe I've got the wrong message. Did I?
Well, oh, with the thing.
Huh?
The taxi, limo, and bus all have their.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you because I'm crashing into things. Say that again. Sorry. The taxi career. I got that bit, and then I hit a wall.
Everybody has their assigned drop-off. What happens or how about if when you buy the bus, the limo and the taxi strip that off? You don't have it anymore. Like the bus, you're still carrying people around to where they want to go, but if you need specific people, you grab either the taxi or the limo and just pick up people saying, no, you're getting press ganged into going to the foundry to work on all this ore.
I mean, that's more thematically correct. I think I would prefer to just visually rechange the limo into like a what would you call a transit van like a minibus, like a people carrier. But I just don't have the art, so I'd much rather the limo was a low grade. Take it, but pretend for a moment that I just renamed the limo to the press gang mobile.
We just call it a passenger van, but yeah.
Yeah, sure, passenger van. But I can't have the bus as the press gang one because that's much better than the rest because it's huge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The bus keeps their designations intact because you don't ride the bus saying, "Oh, I'm going to the store," and it's just like, "Oh, I got on the bus. I don't need to go to the store anymore." Like what? No.
Yeah, but that's why if I were to change the limo visually to a beat-up small people carrier.
Candy mobile?
Sure, like that. But I don't have the... I mean, probably...
Candy!
I could probably reuse the cargo van asset just with a different texture. Probably. But this is where I could just do with some more. I keep meaning to contact the guy who did the cargo van. The cargo van looks fantastic. I still haven't... Oh, you've seen Shauka and I've seen you, so maybe I have fixed that bug. I have another bug, and the bug is confusing me because it looks like I've got corrupt data. But the corrupt data appears to always be the same. And that confuses me. It's always 1 out of 2 for ship ending in 978, for fleet prefab ending in 973. Always. And I don't know...
It's like a problem ship. Oh.
I don't know. Is that Shaka? Are you flying along with your with outside of the play area, pointing straight downwards?
Act forwards, being on the ceiling. Yes.
Don't do that. Pretend I have implemented whatever reason I have that you're not allowed to fly out of the colony.
I'm not even above the
You are.
processing roof.
Yes, you are. I'm assuming that's you, Shauka, up there, coasting with a yellow trail through the level, pointing at some absolutely bonkers angle.
At least I'm below that green diamond.
Yeah, but that's just scenery. As I said, I still haven't really got a good what's the word? I haven't come up with a good thematic reason why you can't go too far from the colony. I might not even. I might just say you're too far from the ATC. Static appears, turn around, follow an arrow, done.
I like it. I thought of a reason for this whole system to exist. You know, you've got the massive cargo ship with all the containers strapped onto it?
Yes. I do plan to let you fly that one, but I don't know if that's going to work.
Well, what I'm saying is, it's blank when you first start, and as you keep playing this, it keeps filling up.
That's cool. Yeah.
Until it's full, and then you should be the level to get in it and go off to the next one and start all over again.
Oh god, that sounds awful.
Yeah, that does sound awful, but it takes you to the next one that's a DLC that has cops and robbers and Among Us.
Yeah, I mean, this is
everywhere.
This is like, if I were to do another level, it would be all the same docks in different places. There's no way I would start remodeling the docks. They take a very,
that's just it.
Very long time.
That cargo ship's carrying another one of these. You take it to the next place. It sets up shop. Everything's in a different spot, but... yeah, I know, but... how much faster can you do it the second time, though?
I like the idea of filling up the cargo ship. I mean, maybe that's some people like to have goals. Some people just like to bimble. I like goals. I like bar charts and graphs that tell me how close I am to my goal as well.
Yep. But you've already got the ship here, and I know all those containers are their own objects.
Yeah. I'm trying to still work out, by the way. Well, the thing is, we could even have it so a hologram, a container is spawned and a hologram appears, and you've got to navigate the container there with the collector. It will take containers equally as well as it will take asteroids.
We're not... asteroids go on that cargo ship?
No. The collector will move containers as well as it will move asteroids.
I see that all over the map. There are...
yeah, but the collector could move containers onto the cargo ship.
Yeah.
That could be a whole... I like that idea. I quite like the asteroid gameplay. Oh, poor Dino Final Chief, mate, if you're watching, I'm so sorry. I fixed the bug, and it's not in this build, but you couldn't move objects on the server because the server never checked the local status of the ship-to-ship interaction. For only... yeah, so I'm like, right, fixed.
Whoops.
Right, 318 XP to go.
Ooh.
312. Yeah, I like that idea as a visual indication of how far your station has got.
Yeah.
I still would like to implement robot arms. As long as the robot arms are fixed to something that can't move, I can definitely put them in. I can't have... No. Like a robot arm that you could grab a container from. I cannot have a robot arm that's attached to a moving thing.
Well, no,
that's not the
Voron
physics.
ring shaking the crap out of that poor asteroid.
That's not physics, though, and it's not synchronized.
Does it not have a hitbox? I can fly through that because I've avoided it every time.
Not got...
I don't want to hit that.
No, my point is you couldn't control it. That's not how it works. But yeah, I would kind of like to have a robot arm that fills up stuff. Come on, give me my message.
The containers we need for the big cargo ship. Yeah, it spits them out for you to grab them with the collector and shove them onto the cargo ship. The big guy. The question is, where are they coming from? Is it coming out of the spare parts depot?
Possibly. I mean,
I don't see why it wouldn't be.
It would be trivial for me to implement a new asteroid that happens to look like a cargo container.
I thought the ones we had floating around were already interactable.
No. Oh yeah, I'm in a bus. Where are you two? I wish to mock you.
I'm collecting stuff at the refinery, not refinery, mining processor.
God, this thing is horrendous. I changed my mind. I hate it.
What is that noise?
Which one?
Now loading.
Each
it goes,
state has a different noise. I'm like, every time I let off the accelerator, this thing seriously loses speed. What the hell? I have the handbrake on.
Get your parking brake on.
Yeah. Wow, this thing is... oh, it does 15. Okay, that's right.
Oh, God.
It's a bus.
I've seen people power drift a bus. Internet's an amazing place.
Not full of passengers, you haven't.
Well, you don't have passengers either.
I'm about to. I'm also about to fill up on passengers, and all of my systems are below 5%. And nothing's broken yet. I think my maths is off. I need to rework that maths. It's not broke. That's the problem.
I mean, it's not doing what's intended. So yeah, that's broke.
The thing is that you and I, we've played this and we were punished by broken systems, so we just repaired them before they break, which is the correct approach. Wait, had forever finished loading 10,000 kilos of iron ore over 5 units. That's
no, that number broke. I have cargo 214-748-3647 out of 5,000 kilograms.
Int max. You've int max. I thought I fixed that one. Apparently not. I'm not concerned about that. I'm more concerned about the dock incorrectly counting up how much you loaded.
So where are you?
Quick hop.
You're right next door. Because there's another, or no, that's a limo.
No, you just finished loading. Oh yeah.
There's a collector. Wait, you said one of these collectors is naughty.
Collector number 28. Oh, though you might not see a name. It might say collector with no name.
Yeah, material collector, L-arm, mineral collector.
Yeah, you can't see the names.
Yeah.
Oh well. I might have to increase the
difficult
fuel tank on this too.
I see 2 limos and a collector. You are still in...
I'm just pulling into quick hop now. This thing is horrible and it's empty. And stop. Now, did I speed up? Okay, that's...
Oh my god!
That's interesting.
Oh no! Well, you're done. Shoker, how did you like the bird music? It's still going.
I don't know what's going on.
You're loading.
Well, I'm not.
118 kilograms per second.
Which would be... Did you feel that sound effect happen once per second?
At least, yeah.
Did you feel it happened once per second? Not did you feel it happened 4 times a second. Did you feel it happened once per second? No.
That was about 4 times per second. That's going real fast.
Yeah.
Wait, you haven't loaded anybody? Oh,
nope.
No, there you are. I see you.
Heading into the repair dock.
This thing's burning up fuel.
Might be seeing DJ.
I'm in a bus called Quat Exobus. Oh, there's a taxi not flying as it should be, so that'll be Shelka. Behind me is a cargo ship, so I can see both of you. So that's good.
Hey, Shelka. That is a cool model for the bus.
Did I put a refueler on the bus or not? I can't remember.
I don't know. You want me to fly underneath and look?
There is a large hotel for passenger delivery and pickup. It's called Big D's Halfway Inn. Get it? Halfway In. Yeah. But most, I mean, that's the thing is, when you're delivering workers in this, you're not just delivering workers for points. Workers then work. If you drop workers off at a foundry, they can smelt iron ore. If you drop them off at the ice station, they can generate ice.
Turn on your ship interaction. Because it doesn't look like there's anything under there. Yeah, I don't see any green circle to... Yeah, no, you didn't add one.
And more importantly, I need to work out why the bus can't pick up any. But let me fix the bus first, because it is kind of broken.
Go to the right one first. Unless you don't have that much wear.
Not much. So that's now fixed. When you buy a ship, it's always repaired, but the wear is random. That's not me
No,
paying
the
for
wear
this.
is always good. The damage is.
No, when you buy a new ship now, not previously, now it is not damaged, but it is worn.
Oh.
Yeah, Schalke has
Fixing
finished
weird
loading
stuff is
1,400 kilos of workers. Where from, Schalke?
Are they getting fatter?
Where from?
No, he's got some Americans. It's fine.
Where from? Where did you load the workers?
The quick hop taxis.
Quick hop, okay. I wonder. No, I've loaded it. I wonder if it's just the number's not being reset. Although realistically, I do have an issue of some sort. Yay, 105% jury rigging. Wow, this thing is really broken.
Well, not anymore. You're fixing it.
Yeah, but because it's such a big ship with such a big pool of health, it takes a long time to fix.
Incentivizing you not to break it.
Wait, refueling. Where's next best place to load workers? I'll head over to Stellar Cabs. Wait. None of you have pointed out, when you repair the ship, the penultimate thing you repair is called fuel pump, and the ultimate thing you repair is called fuel, as opposed to main computer.
What?
When you repair your ship, you repair a stat called fuel, which you're not supposed to.
Oh, it sure is. It says fuel pump.
No,
Why
then
does it say that?
then it says fuel.
Yeah, there it is.
Wow.
$620.
Yeah, that's 1,000 units of damage I've just fixed.
When they said second hand, they meant it.
I was like, why is my pad vibrating? Because I'm flying on with the handbrake on. Bugger, it's just like 5% of my cooling matrix are just knocked off by flying terribly. So have you two seen each other then?
Yeah.
I have fixed that bug. And yet I'm still receiving corrupted fleet data. I don't know why. I've been over the send code like 10 times. And it's not corruption because it's always the same number.
It's telling you the line of code.
What the hell? My fuel just went down and now it's telling me to put the handbrake on.
Huh?
Onto a halt. Oh, it is refueling again. Although I noticed the refueling bar isn't filling up. Oh, so much to do. Refueling lower bar should represent tank during refuel. Oh, I hope you guys are again. I just pressed the teleport key by accident. I meant to open up the Steam overlay. Yeah, but I'm not in Steam, so I can't press the Steam overlay button. I was about to ask if you guys press Shift Tab, are you getting the so close thing showing you an actual achievement you have actually progressed towards as opposed to a random one?
The Shift Tab.
Or whatever your overlay.
7 most recent.
Yeah, but is it listing you?
Telling me no.
What? What? Yes, it is.
The only achievement, anything it's showing me is I've earned 2 out of 7.
When you press Shift Tab,
cargo.
The overlay. At the bottom, it will show you 2 achievement slots. One is the most recently achieved achievement, and one is one that you are about to achieve.
Nope. I've got a friends tab or a friends square, achievements, guides, screenshots, community hub, discussions.
Right, and then in the middle it says
The
achievements.
achievements one is for achievements I've earned. Yeah,
I wonder if that doesn't. I wonder if it's because it's not released yet. That might be why. There does seem to be a bunch of code that is predicated of not being released yet.
Some achievement, the 5th tab thing.
No, you can't. Like, for example, you can't look at the global stats of the game. You can't see how far you've progressed on stuff. Some stuff just doesn't work.
Even if you really, really believe.
Not even if you really, really believe.
Oh no. So what's the next ship for cargo? If I've got...
There are 5 ships for cargo. I've only implemented 2 of them.
the level 30 guy.
Yeah, but I haven't... I have. The problem is, I need to spend time implementing ships. And I've been trying to get the exobus sort of balanced and done. The cargo one will be next. I mean, what level are you in cargo? You are level 15 in cargo, which will probably be about right to unlock another cargo ship. Actually, maybe a bit later because obviously you get... Oh! I can load at this dock.
The what?
I can load at this dock. Oh my god. Oh no, this is horrendous.
It's very slow.
It won't fit.
Oh no, it fits. I'm now halfway through turning around. I'm now 3/4 of the way through turning around. I am unless it doesn't fit.
You are visually clipping quite hard when you do that.
Yes, I should be reversing out, but I don't have to because the game hasn't forced me to yet. Are you here to pick up workers?
Yeah.
Good luck. How's that going for you then, Shauka?
Yeah, I guess I can't yet.
Yeah, I got them all. Okay, I have 15 workers for... Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Okay, I have 15 workers for the hydroponic stock. I also have 12 workers.
Oh, nice.
So I am about to drop off 27 workers. Okay, I am beginning to turn my ship to the left. I'm a quarter of the way through my turn. No, I'm not. I'm a quarter of the way through 90 degrees. Oh, my word. So I haven't necessarily balanced this one yet. It needs to be better than the limo through sheer dint of size. That 15 meters per second suddenly doesn't seem... That just seems like a very difficult target to hit. At 9.5, 10. I really don't want to hit anything. It does have a lot of RCS though. Any for big Ds? Yes, 5.
I hope so. Oh, and it's the instancing for getting out of the foundry is still kind of wonky.
I haven't touched that.
Ah.
Is it in the patch notes? No. No, the
patch notes? No.
Wow. The most important thing I have to deal with is definitely the invisible ships. Everything else isn't so important. And I don't try it, but if you quit back to the main menu, you should be able to come back into the game. That should now work, because that was all part and parcel of the same bug.
That's nice. You got it fixed.
So my cargo's only worth $1,500. This is still pretty piss poor compared to the cargo ship. I may have to reduce the value of food and iron ore a bit. Please don't let me hit. Please don't let that hit me. Who the hell would put a spinning part of a space station right in a an approach? I mean, me, but you know.
Rhetorical question.
Shaka, why fly the taxi over the limo, by the way?
Yeah, you feed off the limo. I should probably switch over.
I thought we had two.
I'm pretty sure we do.
Remember, if you're rich enough, you could buy your own limo.
And that's not yours, too. Yeah, I think we have 3 because yours counts. Oh, God.
Yeah, but what's going on? Why?
Maybe the push force from the floor is like making it not settle.
No, I don't have that in this vehicle. That's only in the taxi. It's just saying, please apply the parking brake.
The push is not pushed from the walls away.
Yes, but it's only it's not. It's a push on the walls from away.
I had some trouble with the taxi.
Yeah, but taxi.
It was mainly because I was the wrong way in, but
Yeah.
it floated.
The taxi has this, but the other ones don't. DJ Arcus began to unload with vehicle scalar 79.9%. DJ Arcus moved from not stopped to unloading, then moved from unloading to not stopped. Why is it doesn't think I'm stopped? Oh, if, for example, the third... Shaka, are you nearby still?
Not really.
Ad?
What's that?
Are you nearby?
What do you need?
I need someone to come and look.
Sorta. I gotta come around the foundry.
I need someone to come and look at me.
Give me a minute.
I suspect what has happened is my ship on the server isn't in the dock because it doesn't really fit. That's my guess.
Do they use a different hitbox?
No, you don't have a hitbox. Your hitbox is about the size of the cockpit, unless you are flying the collector or the taxi. I haven't done the rest yet. So that's what's happened. It will have them. If I were to put the hitboxes in right now, you would probably struggle a lot. For instance, you certainly cannot spin around in the dock. The ships do not do that.
No. Ooh, I'm burning up my capacitor to get there as fast as I can.
That's okay. There's no rush. I'm just keeping still. I would just like you, when you arrive, to describe with your words what you say.
Oh dear.
But
I'm not very good at those.
Well, practice makes perfect. I am pleased that I don't know if you guys remember when I told the Astroneer guys exactly what was wrong, and someone was like, "Oh, you can't just look at the game and tell me what's wrong with this bug," and I'm like, "Yes, I can." And here, I reckon I've worked out what the bug is, and I'm really happy when I do that.
all those years of experience paying off.
Well, I mean, I had this on one of the Tesla forums because they were complaining about the phantom braking, and I sort of went, I know what the issue is. I know exactly what it is. I literally can look at the display and I can tell you what the bug is. I would know how to fix it. And they're like, oh, you can't do that unless you've got like years and years of AI programming and you're actually one of the engineers. I was like, I absolutely can, because this is all I have done my entire life is I have done this. I've also been dropped onto random projects and
oh yeah, you don't
like,
fit in there, Slim.
Can I get a photo? So that's what it is.
That's horrific. Oh my goodness. What's the get rid of the HUD option?
V.
All right. VF12. Oh my god. Share. Screenshots. Disk. Discord. AstroTrucks. Processing. I will say that Steam takes much tinier pictures than just screenshotting. There you are. What's the exact opposite down the hallway? What's the exact opposite?
I don't know. Yeah, that's.
Asking.
So I was right. So the servers.
Yeah, that's too big. Oh, and you're just bouncing around in there. Like there's the particles for collision. Just
okay. So if I get deeper into the hole and try and centralize myself.
Oh dear. I think you're better off just hammering the accelerator and just
What? I'm trying.
hoping it figures itself out.
I'm trying to offload.
Yeah, I know. Oh god.
Are you only halfway in?
I see what you did there, but I can go further in. Yeah, I will be able to offload at the hydroponics dock because it's a much bigger dock.
Help me, step bus. I'm stuck.
I do like the quadruple trails on the cargo ship. I mean, there's a patch coming for the Tesla, and I really want it because it adds a feature I want, and I'm waiting for my car to tell me there's a patch.
Well, force it like we do with Steam.
No, you can't.
Verify files.
You can basically opt into the early group or the late group, but they roll the patches out, but they roll them out in bunches. They don't patch every car on the road in case there's an issue, which is quite sensible. Unlike Microsoft that go, actually, we broke all the computers in the world last night. Hold on. This actually happened.
All of them, you say?
My delivery bonus
I'm sure it
resetting.
happened more than once.
There is a bug with the delivery bonus resetting itself. I'm aware of that. This.
Wait, let me see.
It's supposed to reset the bonus on load, not on onload. That rock is very cool looking.
What, the green one?
The red one here. Particularly cool.
Oh. Red one. Oh.
Tad, what the fuck was Flexible Games bitching about on Twitter? Is he unhappy because I'm removing vertical conveyors and putting rooms in? I couldn't work out what on earth he was going on about. Like, genuinely, like, if that's what you're talking about, you are.
I didn't see this.
You favorited it. You liked it.
I liked your response.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But I didn't actually look at the context for it. It just showed up as a notification. It was like, yeah, like that.
He was bitching that I'm removing open world play, the ability to play the game in any order you like, and forcing people to play it the way I want. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, you can't play Forgecraft in any order you like. You have a goal. Get to the cold cavern. How you achieve that, that's up to you. So, you start in a place and you end up in a place, but how you get from A to B is up to you. Like, you could do. Yeah. You could start the game and do lithium first. I don't really care. My controllers.
Why you would do that is anyone's guess.
Well, this is the thing. Right. You can say you can do in any order you like, but some of the orders are stupid. So, my controller keeps working again.
No items to load.
But that's
not making any food.
Well, it will be in a moment.
Unless there's no ice.
Unless there's no ice.
Entirely possible.
That does really have mercy. Yes.
That does what, sorry?
You seem quite agile trying to dodge me.
Who, me?
Somebody with trails went past.
2 trails or 4 trails?
I think 2.
Well, that would be me then. But I wasn't dodging anyone. I'm barely in control of this thing. I feel like the first day I rode my big motorbike, where it went where it wanted, and I held on tightly.
No, it's not going where it wants. It's going where you look.
It was pretty much going where it wanted.
Motorcycle class.
I was pretty much going where it wanted. I just held on for dear life. I got better.
It's like a horse. It goes where you want it to go.
Okay, have you ever ridden a horse?
Yeah. And
a
motorcycle.
Well, I used to have a horse, and I assure you it goes where the fuck it wants, and hopefully you can persuade it that's where you want to go. Now, I am very much looking forward to getting
horses.
Getting
There's like 4 outside.
I am very much looking forward to getting back into Fortress Craft. It's been a long time. I've forgotten what a complicated project it is. But my next step is to rewrite an awful lot of
Why'd you get rid of
shaders.
vertical conveyors?
Because no one understands them, do they? No one. No one gets them.
The lifts need to be cheaper.
Well, no, because you can still have slopes.
Ah, okay. And slopes do look nice. Thanks, Pythagoras.
Wow, this thing might need a bigger capacitor as well.
What is it? You gonna keep all the flavor text for all the items? Because
Well,
that was fun.
I suspect I'll have new flavor text for some stuff. There we go. Unloading. Oh. Yeah, my delivery bonus resets itself after 1 offload, which is definitely... It's supposed to reset itself on an onload. Wow.
So, are you looking at getting new art? Or because... Are we just redoing Fortress Craft Evolved? Is that what this is? Or...
It's complicated what it is, to be honest. Part of what I'm doing is... Do you remember Guild Wars? Did you play Guild Wars instead of Warcraft?
No.
God damn it. So, essentially, what I'm doing to a degree is patch 28, only I'm charging you 30 quid or $30 for the privilege. Think of it that way. I'm taking out a whole bunch of stuff that I don't like anymore. I am adding a whole bunch of stuff that would be cool. I'm making it look a lot better. I am rolling Frozen Factory into the game. I will spend more time in the Toxic Caverns. I will spend more time in the Magma Caverns.
Ooh.
I mean, I've already fixed, like, the teleport speeds are phenomenal now. So there's lots of stuff that's massively improved and will still get better. It also helps, obviously, my computer's a lot faster than it was. But yeah, today I threw away a renderer that hasn't been updated in half a decade and then implemented a brand new state-of-the-art renderer. And that other renderer probably was started a decade ago. So I really have done an enormous jump forwards. But yeah, it will have all the same items. It will have all the same machines. They will nearly all work in the same way. The difference is that it's brand new. It's 64-bit. I don't need to worry about what's DLC, what's not. It will be continued to be worked on. You know, well,
Can I
the clues in the name.
Request?
The clues in the name. It's rising up from the ashes of Fortress Craft Evolved. Yeah.
Yep.
What's your
Can we
request?
get a new an OET model?
That was done very early on, actually. That was done just for the title script.
Yeah.
Why don't you like? You want one that's less pointy and fits better in the
No, I'm
hitbox.
saying the massive drone that's built when you make it. Can that be the OET? And once you charge it, it unfolds and takes off.
Well, that is what happens when you send the OET out. The bit in the sky flies off and then fires the beam down.
Yeah. No, the bit in the sky is the OET. It unfolds and takes off when you charge it, ready to go nuke something.
No, the clue's in the word transmitter.
No.
The bit in the sky is the target of the transmission. But it does fly over and then...
I just think it would look cool.
Well, that's what it does. I mean, the one in the sky... Oh, God knows what model that is. Bear in mind, I agree with you, that's cool, but you've also got to bear in mind that's something you only see 4 times per playthrough, and that's if you're paying attention, so it's quite low priority compared to some of the other things.
It's just... I don't know, but it's one of those, like, you do have to throw in cool stuff in there now, because you're fighting with some interesting games. Like the space elevator in Satisfactory, you use it 3 times, but it's still the coolest thing anyone's ever seen being built in a game. They did kind of win with that.
So Flabbergasted, I've never made a secret of when it was happening. So the plan, I started it, and then a game called Eden came along, which paid for quite a lot of stuff, and I needed a year off, which is why I've been doing stuff like this. So, a lot of people today seem quite surprised I was working on it, and I sort of went, well, I keep telling people, I've been telling people about this date for ages. I don't know what I can do more than what I do to tell people what's going on. I really don't. Like, I tell people a lot about what's going on, and if you didn't know about that, how could I have told you? Where would you have seen me going, hey, Fortress Craft 2 starts? And this is one of the things I have mentioned to people, because I had a few people come into the stream today saying, have I seen, is it Tectonica? And someone else saying, have you seen Foundry? And I'm like, right, which is fine. Yeah, but then I said, do you join Foundry streams saying, have you played Fortress Craft? I fucking hope you do. Because I've got the problem that I am now I'm now copying Satisfactory. I'm now the clone. Yeah, but I am unable to go into people's streams and to talk about this game and to go on Reddit and I can't do it. It's just me. Marketing is one thing, but weight of community is very, very important. So I do want to, continually implore people, when you watch someone play Tectonica or Foundry or Satisfactory, make sure you go, have you tried Fortress Craft? I can't really do that. Tectonica looks very, very good, by the way. It really looks good. And so does Foundry, actually. They both look fabulous. But I'm quite willing to give them a go. But I came to a realization in the stream earlier. And we'll take Satisfactory as an example. And I just as a caveat, I only played Satisfactory in the free weekend and I didn't think much of it. But Satisfactory, when you start playing it, it is excellent. It is beautiful, and it is a 9 out of 10 game. It is genuinely an excellent game. But after 10 hours, it hasn't really progressed or changed. Icarus is probably a better example. So Icarus, it starts as a 10 out of 10 game, and you're there surviving and digging up copper by hand. Cool. And then 10 hours in, you're there surviving and digging up copper by hand. And it's only a 6 out of 10 game then. And after 100 hours, you're still surviving and digging copper by hand. It's a 1 out of 10 game. Whereas Fortress Craft is a 6 out of 10 game. It is a mediocre game. It is a middle of the road game, but it stays 6 out of 10 for the whole game. Ministry's the same thing. Ministry is a solid, well, we'll call it 7 out of 10 because it looks so shit. But gameplay wise, Ministry is a good 9 out of 10. But it stays 9 out of 10. It never gets into the realms of, I've got to go and do another blah. I've got to go. Like the fact that you can have effectively unlimited resources helps with the shots. Yeah. The schematics help. That is something I think Fortress Craft does excellently. It is the gameplay. It introduces to you a mechanic or a resource, and you have to first of all chip away at it. Whether or not it's the I forgot the name of them, the kickstart drills, the kickstart stuff for the Frozen Factory. And then it starts off being
hard rock grinder.
Yeah, it starts off being really awkward, and then becomes a boring ball lake, and then you automate it, and you never worry about it again, and then you you own it, and then a new mechanic comes along. So the game continually resets you back to a new set of challenges and mechanics, which you then overcome through automation, and I really like that. But most games don't.
Will the ore veins still deplete?
I don't know. Probably. I mean, they only deplete in theory. You have to really try and empty them. You do.
I've tried and I succeed, but
Right, but when you go hunting for an ore vein, do you just grab the first ore vein you see, or do you go, I'm finding a 10 million vein? I know the answer.
Find a 40 million vein. Yeah. You know how I play that game.
Yeah, but it's unlikely that you ever spent 40 million worth of copper. Possible, but it's not likely.
I've come close. I don't know. I build big in Frozen Factory. I love the
Big
freaking
machine.
Cryo is the coolest freaking enemy.
Well,
Like,
it should.
You did so good with that.
I can't wait to see that in HDRP.
Will it get ray tracing?
There's a button for RTX. Sorry, no, DXR. I didn't click it, but I looked at it and went, yeah, let's walk before we can run. Yeah.
It's like it's right there. I can just push it.
But I don't know if you saw that I did say one picture of Fortress Craft kind of working. So I've got some of the stuff working. I'm beginning to just the very, very start of balancing the volumetrics. Well, not that balanced. And the start of all of the shaders.
Will there be weather?
The only thing about weather is it tends to have quite a minimal impact, and it's quite a pain in the ass to render.
It's true. Oh.
I might make the bus a bit faster, by the way. And I'm still pootling along here at 15. I said I'm going to have to break much earlier than I think. Yeah, I will probably spend a little bit of time tomorrow on Fortress Craft. The first thing I need to rewrite is the landscape shader, like the voxel shader, because that's a special shader I write. There's so much needs to be done. I can't begin to describe how long it's going to take me. Oh, that was close.
Can we get a spoilers for what you plan to do with the toxic?
The thing is, I always had plans, but the problem was that I always said I would implement Frozen Factory, and if it shipped 15,000 units, I would release another DLC for Toxic Factory, and Frozen Factory didn't ship 15,000 units. So I didn't.
And you went Adventures instead. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a very...
You had to make the call.
I wanted to have a very... I've got it. It's the Leviathan / Kraken that you probably saw in Sub Commander. I wanted to have that, like, running around and boring holes in the landscape and making a complete mess down there until you kill it.
Hanging off the ceiling.
So, also, and I have a fluid simulation, but I need to spend some time on the rendering. But I would love it if the toxic caverns would slowly fill up with acid. And your goal is to drain the acid away, or dissolve it, or something.
Use it for ore extraction.
Or something.
Fluid-based ore extraction for this ultra-hard ore. Yay!
I mean, Crystal Void, if you've played...
And uranium processing.
If you've played Astroneer, in the early days you got storms, which were very cool, and they blow your stuff around, which was, awesome. But the problem was, 99% of the time, you weren't underground when the storm came. You were just blitzing around. So you had to go and sit in your base until the storm wore off. And people pointed out, when a storm comes, I go to my base, hit escape, save, quit to desktop and come back in, because it's quicker to do that than to wait for the storm. So, but yeah, I've got some plans for fluid rendering, but at this point, I'm currently doing a delicate, not delicate, maneuver. Allow me just to not screw this corner up.
How much is the fluid mechanics you've got going to be like the cryo?
No, it's fluid. It's got pressure, so you could build a tank out of voxels, and then fill it full of fluid, and then have a pipe, and the fluid will go around the tank and then out the pipe. Like it's a block-based pressure simulation. Essentially, it's like Terraria's fluid. It's dead easy to do.
Okay.
Rendering it is hard, and there are some issues, but at the minute I need to not get too excited about doing new things and mostly focus about redoing what we've got.
That's true. Well, the other half of my question, is that going to change the cryo?
What, visually or the game?
I mean, or are you turning it into a fluid, or is it going to still be a voxel goo coming into your base, making everything horrible?
I mean, it already is a fluid, sort of.
Sort of. That's what I'm saying. Like, is it going to get a change, or is it
I don't know.
just going to get a visual update?
Well, it'll definitely get a visual update because I'm now in. Oh, I'm in trouble here. I'm now in HDRP land. We're writing and shader graph. We're writing fancy shaders is easy.
Ooh.
And I was never very happy with the cryo shader.
I can see that.
But yeah, I mean, behavior-wise, it will probably be exactly
yeah.
the same. Like, you know, some of it because you got solid cryo and melted cryo.
It would be nice if those were a little more visually distinct.
Well, one of them's falling and one of them's on the ground.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I will be probably using marching cubes for cryo and everything. But then I also want to do fluid rendering, which is completely separate to voxel rendering. It's a ISO surface extraction system, so it's non-trivial. Let's put it that way. So I'd like to, but I want to basically get back to a status quo of where we're currently at in Fortress Craft before I try and progress any further. So you know, everything that is broken needs to work.
Becomes a liquid. Ooh.
Yeah, a liquid is more about a pressure simulation than I don't know what you're imagining, but that's not it.
Stuff flowing around the map. Yeah.
Well, it will flow around the map, but it won't flow around in like it won't look like Borderlands 2's fluid.
No.
Having so many voxels to update and having it at the scale of like of cavern full seems like it's gonna be a lot of fix.
Well, first of all, it won't be on the fluid will be on its own thread, and the fluid simulation is already in the game. I've already done that. It's easy, and I can only render it with numbers. It's the ISO surface extraction that is tricky. So one thing I would like to try and do, and again, this is where I wish I had a graphics programmer so I could make them just focus on that. I think I can generate the meshes in real time via compute shader rather than actually generate them on the CPU and offload them. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Flabbergasted, have you played The Gunk? I was talking about this earlier. I would love the cryo or the hard resin to look like The Gunk from The Gunk, but you need to look at that and go, that was 6 months of somebody's time. That's one of your like main selling points about the game, and I would love it to be that, but you need to bear in mind it's one-man dev and I need to do everything from the streams to the builds to the loading of the textures to the physics of moving to what color the sun is, so I have to pick my battles carefully. Or if my Patreon about quadruples, I'd be able to hire a couple of people. I can't really see that happen. It'd be nice to think it would happen, but yeah, I doubt it. Yeah, but it would be nice, but you need to understand that that was a core feature of a game with a budget of millions of dollars.
Oh my.
I'm going to offload these by then. I'm just going to do a very small amount of work on the docks to try and make them so they'll fit the bus. Because that's important. God.
Actually, let me look. What's my next ship? 20 for the exobus. Okay. 28 for the tugboat,
exobus,
which is ridiculous. 20 for the bus.
Well, no.
EJ went only to level 16. does the Exobus require 20?
Exobus requires taxi level 16, player level 20. That's to stop you getting up to the limo, and then getting up to the cargo van, and then unlocking the bus just by phoning the cargo van. You have to have played the taxi career a bit. I did reduce it, and I will be, and I meant to, but my car going wrong has put a crimp on things this week. I'm going to be rebalancing the levels. So if you're currently level 20, you'll probably become level 100, and everything will be much more granular. So
I can fly the garbage truck if I bought it.
it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
What are you looking at buying?
I'm just looking to see what my next ship I'm going for is.
I mean, it would probably be the next tier of cargo van.
Well, we don't have one, so that's...
Well, yeah.
Wait, we have one. Hang on. The colony has one, but I gotta be level 30.
Yeah. So as I said, the transporter is a cargo ship. As I said, the issue right now is that the gap between level 18 and 19 is enormous. So I need to redo the way the levels work. So there are many, many, many more smaller levels.
To be level 50 for the cop car?
I'm glad to hear that you are excited for Fit. I am too, but it's going to be a while. I've only made it level 50, so you can't use it. Twit.
The boost. Yeah, that's my next ship is the bus.
But the thing is, if you've been in the cargo ship, you will have to go back and do the taxi career. So you will probably end up specialising. I think that's quite likely.
That's fine. I'll stick to cargo, but just stuck in the Astro van forever.
Yeah. Well, let me unload these things here, and I will bring up the picture of the things. 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. Blip. And blip. Where's my message? Oh, do I have to leave before it will? There we go. Now, if I search the word scale, it's not the picture I meant, but it is a cool picture. Yeah. Okay. So, I'll pop this. I'll pop this just in the Astro. Actually, I'll stick it in the friends and family channel just because I'm talking to Tad, but everyone else can see. So that was the level 5 cargo ship. That's the top one that you were going to make, and then I realised, and there's the cargo van. But then I realised that ship doesn't fit in any of the docks, not even slightly. So I'm like, yeah, that could be a bit of a problem. And that's not the biggest one.
No, the biggest one's sitting right outside the ATC.
So there's all of them. And I was like, yeah, that's a problem. So I've had to rebalance them a little bit. So that's now the final balance. Well, that's now the current balance. So you're in the cargo at the van on the left, then and then I make sure
blue thing.
That certain docks take certain things. So yeah, that's the current order. The transporter, as is the 4th one, just because that's the order I like the graphics in. The larger 2, 3, 4 of those are almost definitely going to require 2 players. So almost definitely requires someone in a tugboat. I'm really sure about that.
Well, then you need to change when you get the tugboat. I think it said 28.
Oh yeah, but that's me. That's my thought.
About using ship-to-ship interaction to be able to offload to a smaller dock.
Now, I thought about that.
The collectors moving the cargo containers around.
No, that's irrelevant. I thought about that. The docking code does not really give a shit whether or not it's attached to a spaceship or a dock. It just doesn't care. So in theory, there's nothing stopping me putting docks on moving objects. It will just work. I may have to question if it's enormously exploitable, but code-wise, not too bad. How'd that go wrong?
I'll be off now and probably will check back on what happened during the day.
Yeah, well, I think I'm just going to tidy up Big D's a little bit, and then I will do some more Fortress Craft tomorrow. So basically, the result of Fortress Craft is more or less that picture, and then a lot of leading up to that.
And then what's the taxi pickup quick hop? You couldn't fit in there either.
Yeah, they're technically all the same, and technically I could do it as a prefab, but I'm not going to. Prefabs get terrifying because you could then change. In Unity, you have a prefab. So prefab's an object that exists across all levels, and it is entirely possible you change one on one level and then break every single other level in the entire game. I genuinely question quite what they were thinking with this.
When you can just copy paste, yeah.
Well, no, because if you copy paste, the idea is that you change one, you can change them all. That's the point.
Yeah.
The problem is, in practice, you
changed one, you changed them all.
Yeah, but sometimes you want to, and sometimes you don't. So it's like, yeah, it's a bit.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, and sometimes you don't.
Why is tutorial trigger not disappearing? Not busy.
Oh, you don't like my candy bar joke. Damn it.
I don't get it.
Oh. We've got two candy bars, Almond Joy and Mounds. It's the same damn candy bar, except one has almonds in it. So they're old commercials where sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Almond Joys have nuts, Mounds don't.
That's I believe that's also a Detroit slang for ejaculate as well. So that's particularly unfortunate.
Well, it's a coconut candy bar, so that makes sense.
Ah, oh, bugger. It's going to be as easy as I thought.
We're just nothing.
Use your words.
Huh. No, I'm looking at your ships now. It looks like two of them carry the containers.
Don't worry about that. I mean, I can make ships that carry containers. Those are the 5 tiers of cargo ship.
What I'm doing right now, the not containers.
Yeah,
cargo movement.
Forget the cargo ship forget the cargo container thing. That's a cool idea, and I'm going to think about that totally. But right now, those are the planned 5 tiers of thing. I believe that all of those ships will fit in all of the docks. Although the far right one will struggle into the food processing area. But if it does, then, maybe you shouldn't have done that. Like, realistically, you go, yeah, that ship does not really fit there. I think you could do it with some help, though.
You need to be able to do it once to know you don't want to do that again.
Yeah, but you could do it with a tugboat's help.
Oh.
All right, let's go.
You're going to need to figure out how that works. Like, does the tugboat lock onto it somewhere? Is there hard points on each ship? Like, the tugboat attaches at the front corner? Or...
You can keep guessing, but you have played the tugboat gameplay, so I don't know why you're guessing.
It's just another set of eyes looking at what you're doing.
And it has a tractor beam on the front.
Yeah. How's that going to mess with the person actually flying the ship, though?
Because there's a tractor beam on the front.
Okay.
Like, that already works. I mean,
Well, the asteroid I'm moving with the collector isn't trying to fight me.
the collector isn't a tugboat, though. Thingy.
Oh. I
Well,
haven't driven the tugboat. Shulka bought it, or cheated one in. Should I go fly it around just to see what's going on?
I don't know if you can.
I don't see why I wouldn't.
It's, I don't know, requirements are
Drop
for
off
it.
this ore. Oh. Shulka really spawned in a broken one. I think it's fine.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, it's not broken in any way. Minus 97? Yeah. I do need to do a little bit more work on these docks as well at some point. They're not quite. They're all right. But I could spend the rest of my life doing work on improving these graphics. Biz blockers. Doesn't help.
Stuff you wish you had the money to make someone else do for
Well, oh god, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing. I appreciate the suggestions for Fortress Craft, but you also need to bear in mind that I'm doing all of the lead roles, all of the principal roles, all of the junior roles. I've got to do all of them. That's obviously, I have. It's not even that I have to pick and choose. I have to do everything, and that can obviously become quite
overbearing.
Well, I have to do everything. I mean, it's just a lot of work to do. Oh, fuck you. YouTube thinks I'm playing Space Engineers? What?
Interesting.
Why do you think why do you think that Steam thinks I'm playing Space Engineers?
Wait, Steam thinks you do?
Sorry, not Steam. Fucking YouTube.
It's a space game. Obviously, it's Space Engineers. Oh, I did mention it once. Yeah.
That's not how it works. No, it's not how it works. Yeah, category AstroTrucks. Why does it think this is Space Engineers?
People that watch this might like.
Well, yeah, because it's a space game. YouTube shows it in the what? What are you talking about?
It's because I mentioned it.
No, it's not.
Import
Shut
our
up.
ships.
No, stop that. Come and join us. What the fuck? No, that's a paid for advert, isn't it? They've paid to have it turn up on space themes.
That makes sense.
I'm guessing.
I don't know. I don't get ads, so I couldn't tell you.
It's not an ad. Go to YouTube Projector Game /live and you'll see it. Powered by Restream.io. Come and join us. Space Engineers Gaming, Browser Gaming. But why? I understand. Yeah, Nikita, I can see it. But why? And how do I stop it? Unless anything with the word Astro in it under the gaming category has become Space Engineers. Yes, YouTube tries to recommend it from what it sees. Right. Why? Why is it doing this? Where's the link? And as I said, how do I stop it? I'm really annoyed, by the way, because I've just lost all the work I did on that repair dock.
Why?
Because Unity crashed. Keep up.
Oh, Unity, please.
The worst thing is, it's a known issue. And they fixed it in the latest Unity, which I can't possibly update to. But the thing is, how the fuck did that get past QA? If you create an object and then hit undo, Unity crashes. And I was just like,
what?
What the fuck? Like, seriously, what the fuck? Are you not clear of what's But my point is, why was that not
tested at all?
Well, it's not even that. I know why. It's because they don't write games. They don't write games, and that's a sad state of affairs.
Well, what are you supposed to use Unity
for?
No,
Unity don't write games. Unity have no one in their team writing games with Unity. They had a team writing Unity. It's called Giga, I think it was. And basically, it didn't fucking work, so they cancelled it. And I was just like, yeah, but yeah. See, the thing is, it really needs it. So they don't spot stuff because they aren't doing it.
Well, that's my question. What are they doing with Unity then? Like, what's its other use other than making games?
No, Unity make a program called Unity.
Yeah.
I use Unity to write that I use to make games. Unity don't write games in Unity. That's the problem.
Oh, they just program.
They just write the tool. They don't write the games.
Okay.
That is the issue.
And they don't believe you when you say that the tool they made is not working properly.
Well, the issue is that things like this creep in because this is something that only happens when what the fuck is going on with this? This is something that only happens when you are actually using it. You could test Unity all day long and it wouldn't spot this. I'm trying to work out why these things are still drawing.
They've still got their art supplies.
Got it not to draw there.
Oh. Are they naughty children drawing on your walls?
Or is it under tutorial? Is it actually under the...
Flabbergasted gets it.
There's the RPG. Aha, right, finally, thank you. There comes my frame rate back again.
We need frame rate for
Development.
Oh. Okay. Nikta got you an answer.
But I chose AstroTrucks because it is in the list.
Oh.
Admittedly, the game's not available on Steam yet, which might be why.
I have a feeling that might have something to do with it. How you going to promote a game that doesn't technically exist yet?
Well, they can still link to the Steam page, store page. That exists.
Oh. You can have a public page without it actually working?
Well, we have a public page.
I'm saying, though, you can't buy it from there.
No, but it's marked as coming soon.
Ah. I don't get to see that because I'm special.
Sign out and have a look then.
Oh,
I mean, it's not very exciting. It's worth doing.
With my internet.
Yeah, the thing is, Unity's got a bit slow these days. So if I hit save, it takes too long. 3 seconds. So I don't hit save constantly, whereas I used to, because I used to have a computer with a dodgy power supply. So I would type something and then hit save. I do a line of code and hit save. And this was for a floppy disk as well.
Oh my.
Good old days.
Back before you got your 4090.
I don't have 4090. But yeah, even today, upgrading from burp to HDRP, holy shit, did everything take a dive in performance. Like, just suddenly I went from everything moving really quickly to just, please wait, please wait, please wait. And I was like, oh, I need... Unity aren't going to fix this shit. Heaven forbid. So I will have to see about upgrading my computer.
What's this called? Oh, the USS station. Or HSS.
Only because that's what the asset
What's
pack was
the
called.
Ah. Wait, so it's an... Oh. Okay.
What?
Because you were complaining about the ring. I was like, but if you got a pre-made asset anyway...
No, it's a
I
modular
guess that
asset.
isn't something that you do. Oh, so that is your fault.
Oh yeah, but it's there on purpose. It's there to be a challenge. It's just quite funny when you go, who in their right mind would possibly make a space station like this?
I do like the rotating bit behind it, though.
It looks so cool. It looks even more amazing in VR, because in VR you realise how big that is. Yes, I needed to save. Then I duplicated. That's fine. Now, if I hit undo, Unity will crash.
It's a shame that the Unity doesn't have like a wanted system where you find stuff like this and prove it's something, and they'll be like, "Yep, here you go. Here's some cash money."
Not worth my time. It's really not.
Well, you're finding them anyway. You might as well get some cash out of it.
It's more a Unity did this. Sorry, Unreal did this by they wrote a game. You might have heard. It's called Fortnite. I think it's done quite well now.
Never heard of that game before in my life.
So that was what they did. They wrote Fortnite,
Oh.
and that is what made
In collaboration with Epic, or is Epic Unreal?
Epic is Unreal. But the point is, when Fortnite needed something, it happened. When Fortnite had an issue, it got fixed. Whereas Unity, I have to fight tooth and nail to go, no, this really is a problem. No, they have actually broken this. This is broken. Like with the decals have been broken for 15 months now. The build times have been broken for about that long. And it's just insane that they haven't resolved these issues. Because obviously, I mean, I'm a small dev. But if I was a bigger dev, as I've mentioned before, and this happened, I would quite literally just say to my boss, you need to find another engine. We're not using this engine anymore. And Unity is generally a very good engine. Like, as a rule, it's great. But when something like that happens, having it so your build time takes whatever it was, literally, 100 times too long.
2 days.
Yeah. That's the end of that. But that's the end of that engine for that forever. That's the end of the engine for that company. No one would ever use that again. They would finish the game, and that would be it. You would not ship any future games in there. And I've been there because what game was it? Operation Flashpoint 2, I think it was. No, it was Operation Flashpoint 2. We were going to use the Unreal Warfare engine, which is quite an obscure engine now, but Unreal Warfare engine is a version of Unreal specifically designed for open world games. And we were going to use that. So, but we chucked away our engine to move on to Unreal Warfare. There. Oh, all right, then we'll just make it black.
You couldn't, because I'm assuming you're in that scene edit or whatever it's called. You couldn't just put the bus next to it and been like, yeah, that's too small.
Well, I could have. Yeah, in fact, that's what I'm doing.
But your way was more fun.
Well, yeah, but I just didn't think about it. I can't. I mean, bear in mind, I did the entire iStock before I went, oh, yeah, this doesn't fit in the slightest. Shit. Like, not even a little bit. It wasn't even slightly close. Like, the biggest one did just simply not fit in the dock.
That's a good question. Flabbergasted asked, how many game engines have you programmed in?
I mean, Unreal, Unity, Game Maker, Stoz, Amos, Seok, Crytek. I haven't used Lumberyard, but Lumberyard is pretty much Crytek with a name change. Fire, with the PH renderware. Very custom renderware, but renderware nonetheless on Burnout. Ego. What was the other one called? Neon. There's probably more. That's just ones I can think of off the top of my head. Lots. And they're all shit. They're just all shit in different ways. The worst one was renderware, in a way. Because renderware had a concept of a frame. And a frame is what Unity will call a transform. So in renderware, if you wanted to move an object, you moved its frame, not the object. And I was like, we already have something called a frame. It's 30 frames a second. You can't just use the word frame again. Because I was reading that and they're like, you move the frame. And I'm like, you move the frame. Then the object will move with it. And I'm like, what? I don't understand. But they kept that terminology. So yeah, but Unity calls it a transform, which is fine. They called it a frame. Not fine.
You got us nostalgia buttons pushed because I haven't heard of renderware in a long time.
That's because when EA bought us up, they didn't give a shit about renderware. They absolutely didn't. But everyone else gave a shit that EA would have control of their game engine. And so everyone went, we're not writing stuff in renderware anymore. Which is weird because no one gives a shit about writing stuff in Unreal. They're all for it, even though that's Epic, which is, one of the biggest things ever. So yeah, it just simply disappeared, which is a shame because it was a good engine. So yeah, I worked on GTA, I worked on Mortal Kombat 4, lots and lots and lots of renderware games.
Would you rate something in Source?
I did a lot of mods in Source. That's about it, really.
That's all you really can do, though, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I did work on some quite good mods. You've probably heard of one of them. It's called... actually, there's a few. I worked on Science and Industry. I worked on... and Science and Industry was also... I really liked it. I played loads. And then I also worked on a mod I didn't think much of called Counter-Strike. I didn't think much of that one. I probably should have carried on that one. Yeah. Hindsight's 2020, innit? I used to run the Half-Life coding pages with my housemate.
What do they even do with it, though? Because it's just the one map, and it's always been that one map. Counter-Strike?
I take it you're just being funny.
I have honestly never played it.
Oh, well, it's got loads of maps.
Oh.
DE Dust is the famous one, obviously, but
yes.
Yeah, there are plenty of other maps.
Oh. I guess the accurate one is relevant maps.
I think, to be honest, more of the maps get played than you think. I know DE Dust is the one everyone talks about, but it's just...
Yeah, it's the competitive one.
But yeah, I worked on that many, many, many moons ago. Well, I worked on lots of mods, because essentially me and my friend, we were professional game developers, and we ran a website called the Half-Life Coding Pages, and essentially anyone who was having problems with their Half-Life mod could talk to us. So we talked to lots and lots and lots of people. Just that, of those huge numbers, a couple of the mods went on to be successful. Because there were so many. But I even have it, so I've got the Half-Life SDK somewhere. It's burned to a CD by hand, which is pretty cool.
Wait, you put each individual dot and line on the CD? That's pretty cool.
No. It's written by hand. Like someone at Valve has written Half-Life SDK on that CD. I'm pretty proud of that. Cool. It's cool. I'm like, yeah.
It's written on by hand, yeah. Flabbergasted was just as confused as I was. Yeah. It's like, you put each individual dot and dash on there. That's cool.
Yeah, but it's burned onto just a normal CD and then scribbled on by someone's hand.
It's almost an autograph. That's cool.
It's not an autograph, is it? Autograph is specifically signing your own name, not just writing something.
Yeah,
sign this. You're a shitbag. Oh, thanks. Roll dial.
Could have been written on by the Gaben himself.
It could have been. I doubt that Gabe was in charge of burning CDs by this point in his career. I mean, maybe. Should I have more dock out like that?
I'm not watching the stream.
Not
but...
yet. This is a because this way's nicer because it goes in. Actually, maybe if I swap these two around.
Are you planning to make the docks dedicatedly directional? Or can we still just drive through them backwards?
That's actually already implemented. I've just not turned it on.
I know.
I've not enforced. It's one of those that, I mean, with this game, people keep asking when it's coming out, and I'm like, I don't know. There could be a server setting. Allow two-way docks. That's no reason why not.
Maybe a thinner platform at the ends.
At the
Nikita.
The thing is, people tend to come in way too low. You want to get as close as you dare to the ceiling. That's a much better place to be than way too low.
But the hitboxes for the docks are all at the bottom.
No, they're not. It's just that you're very bad at judging distance because you're in 2D.
That too.
Yeah, I think that looks all right. But I do hope I get to continue working on AstroTrucks. I really like building the scenes. I could just do this forever. It's just like very fancy Lego. I mean, I could also just make the docks longer like that.
Ooh, that's an idea.
I'll do that for now. Well, there is one. It's there. It just doesn't do anything. To be fair, if you can't tell if the dock's occupied, I also need to do some work on this one because this is cool, but this needs a lot more detail in here. These are very, very big, chunky things. So it needs some fine detail. Same thing with this one. The reflection probe, unfortunately, is rotated, and Unity doesn't support rotated reflection probes, which is a bit weird because there are tools out there to do rotated reflection probes, so it can be done. So, you know, Unity, how about, and you know, might be a little bit mad, how about you actually implement stuff that's on the fucking Steam store? Sorry, the Unity store.
Oh dear.
And that's why this all looks a bit weird, because the reflection box is just a bit odd.
Could you see on the server how many workers are left at the foundry?
Foundry.
Do you need to be in the game?
16 workers.
Okay.
Crafting one ingot, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Boop, one. There you go, craft another ingot. They take 30 seconds, which is probably a bit quick. But yeah, I need to do some detailing on this one. This one is still very minimal. Needs a lot more detail. I will do a less detailed run at fixing Quick Hop as well. Yeah, but I can't just say when it's done. I have to give us a slightly better response than that. Although it's true. But yeah, I don't know. It's more, although I know you're being funny, when is it done? And that's a question I'm struggling to answer, because I could sit here and develop this game forever. But I do, unfortunately, at some point need to make some money on it. So I don't know when it will be done. I don't know what qualifies as being done. I wish it did. Simply don't. I mean, I think it's done in the sense there's enough content. The next step is just to make that content more polished. I don't think I'll be adding any new career paths. I'll just be twiddling what I've got to be nicer and more polished and have more steps along the progression path. Don't know who Kenneth is, but unfortunately, I don't. Well, whoever he is, I need to ship this as a game. This needs to be a game. What I am progressing. Yep.
Are you going to add a door to the Foundry pickup?
Yes. Yeah, the Foundry's quite minimal. Essentially, every so often, I just go and blitz an area for a whole bunch of time. Mostly because we've been hanging around in that area for a stream, and then I'm like, yeah, I'll fix that.
Oh, I have so much cargo. I wonder if that's affecting my fuel consumption.
It does. Yes, it does, actually. Yes, it does.
That would explain why my fuel reserves just drain.
I mean, to a degree, that's actually by accident, but it's quite cool. Yeah, it's just because they weigh more, so therefore they will require more fuel to move from A to B, because your acceleration.
Yeah.
Kenneth from Software Inc. I don't know who that is. Software Inc. The Infiniminer guy. Do you mean this game?
The game.
Software Inc. The game.
Core Dumping is the name of the company.
Yeah, never heard of them. The thing is, if you're rich or you're lucky and you've got money or, rich parents, you don't need to worry too much about how much your game sells. I, unfortunately, have a rusty car that requires a bunch of work and a mortgage. So, unfortunately for me, it is sadly more important. As I've said to people before, if I didn't need the money, I would still do this and I'd just give the games away. But I do need the money. And it's not to, swan off to my desert island or anything. It's just to pay quite boring bills. Why do these have weird ass collision under them? Ah, right. Layout world collision. Oh.
Oh, I guess you weren't able to talk Mr. Romero into taking you on.
It's been quite tricky. At this point, yeah. How can I phrase this nicely in case John Romero is listening? I feel that perhaps his approach to writing games is a bit too old school, and I am old school. I genuinely am now. But the way that he approached his previous game, I felt was PS2 era sort of development processes, as opposed to something that I would be comfortable with, because obviously I went all the way through to the Xbox One era. I was in the God, what's the biggest game I worked on? I mean, even Call of Duty, I guess, but I was only on it a bit. I mean, I've worked on quite a lot of games with over 120 people on the team, and you need a very different mindset to how you are with a little team. And I don't know what the biggest team he's actually worked on is, but after having played his last game, I was like, oh yeah, you don't have a dedicated audio guy. Like, I know you don't. You thought it's fine to just have someone else who does other things do the audio as well, and it's not. So yeah, if he said, hey, come and join me, I'd say yes in a heartbeat, but I'm a bit less excited about the prospect of joining him than I was. Although I was amused, his wife said that their children were so jealous they got to go in my car. I was like, what? Like, what sort of bizarre topsy-turvy world am I in where John Romero's children are jealous of me? What the fuck? Very amused.
Hey, you got bragging rights. That's what's up.
But I do wish with this game I had somebody else working with me that was just doing the scenery. So I could just work on adding new vehicles in or whatever. Because it is. I just trying to sort of spread my work out. So I will spend a day doing just making the levels pretty. I will spend a day just implementing new vehicles, or I'll just spend a day flying vehicles around. But like here, I've now moved a bunch of things. I now need to move all of these decals back into place.
Oh no.
Well, happens, but it's just, and broken. There is an achievement for getting all the sectors on Ministry, by the way. So that should be a goal. Didn't realize that.
I'm like 3/4 of the way there, but everything left is the low and medium stuff that I can't be bothered to fight. It's so boring.
Well,
the extreme ones, the extermination ones make me sweat, and I was just like, yeah, that's what I'm here for. Sweaty gaming.
But I assume this guy has a job. I don't have a job. Well, I do have a job, but this is my job. Because I did meet up with some indie devs, local ones. Someone said, what do you do? I'm an indie dev. Oh, cool. For how long? And I said, 10 or 12 years. And he's like, what? How have you been doing it so long? And I sort of went, well, the games I write make more money than they cost. I mean, it's other things. I don't go to GDC. I don't piss my money up the wall on famous voice actors. I've been very frugal as a rule of thumb with my game development costs, and that has very much helped. Yeah, I was very amused, and he went, well, how come you haven't gone bust? Because most indie devs do. Lots of indie devs, they leave the industry, they leave the AAA industry to strike it out and put together their cool big idea, and then they run out of money 6 months later, they remortgage and then run out of that 6 months later and then go back into the games industry. Like a successful indie dev is I don't mean a rich one, I mean one who can continue to do games is quite unusual. To me.
Yeah. You've got a dedicated following too.
Now, we'll see whether or not that's enough. Hopefully. Decal so that what all the chess pawn were. Decal so that what all the chess pawn were. Oh, that yes. Oh, well then they're stamps. They're not. They're stamps, but there is a bug in Unity's decal rendering. Quite a serious bug. It's a very serious bug, and they're taking a long time to fix it. And I've been sort of been sarcastic, going, "Has no one else written a game with the decals in? Did no one else notice?"
Malarkey.
Did you really not?
Because I'm assuming Volition uses a hacked version or their own version of Unity, because they have decals and they don't work either.
Well, it could be written in URP. I mean, the HDRP
Or-
decals work perfectly in Unity, but that's a completely separate rendering system.
Oh. Ah.
I don't know how I would cope with that decals now. I can't wait to get them into Fortress Craft. They're going to look so good.
Well, they put like graffiti on everything, and it's really funny when it pops in as you drive close to whatever's got the decal on it. You're like, eh, there you are.
Yeah, there you go. There's the bug.
And I can't be bothered to finish the game. I feel so bad. But I'm at the point, I'm on the last quest, and it's just like, here, spend 4 hours waiting for your money to collect. I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to do that.
Yeah, I really like Saints Row 3. I like Saints Row 4 a bit less.
You'll like 5.
Well, only if it comes on Game Pass, otherwise I ain't touching it.
Fair enough. If you do see it, get it.
Well, if
Like the very first mission is all the quest line of it is what everyone was bitching about, and then they don't bring up any of it for the rest of the game. Like I don't, like I get why you're bitching, but move on. The game sure as hell does, and then it turns into Saints Row for the rest of it because they were like, they're just trying to get motivation that the hip kids will get. It's like, yeah, I get that. It's goofy. Like, why is this Saints Row game talking about student loans? Like, that's fine because that's the last time they ever mention it.
yeah,
It's just murder and making a gang after that. Like, bro.
yeah, I did see. Apparently, they were going on about, let's smash capitalism and stuff. And it's like, did you guys forget that you were literally like mega capitalists in the last game? You had like you were superstars and you had drinks made out of all sorts of stuff. But did they just go, yeah, that was just a throwaway joke? Moving on.
No, one of the gangs is the anarchists, the idols. Like there's a gang that you fight. That's their whole shtick. And the main characters of the game, one of them's in each gang. Like, so you get the aspect of the gang in there to know what's going on and why we are shooting at them with rocket launchers.
Usually, I just shoot at them because the game tells me to. They like shoot stuff.
Well,
like, yeah, cool.
I will say they do have some silliness. Driving around in the monster truck, crushing everything is still hilarious.
Good. I honestly, I love the dubstep gun. That was just because that was based on a YouTube video. Well,
really?
Yeah, it was. Yep. Have you never seen the dubstep gun video? It was a YouTube video. It was a oh god, who's it by?
I will say the music isn't nearly
Corridor.
as inspiring.
Yeah, it's an old Corridor Crew video. Am I going to get a... No, good, I won't get a hit.
Because, what is it, Dylan Francis? That did one or two of the songs in Saints Row 4. He runs one of the channels in Saints Row 5, and I couldn't honestly recite for you a single one of the lyrics from those songs.
No, there's a dubstep gun in Fortress Craft, actually. Yeah, just get through.
I enjoyed the game.
Yeah, very awesome.
It is weird that the storyline of it was actually what kept me going through it. They did a very good job with it after you got past the first part of trying to make a motivation for it. Alright, we pretended to care about a motivation. Let's just do Saints Row thing. Yeah, alright, let's go! You actually wind up caring about these characters.
Yeah, I'll pop that in. If you've not seen it, I'll stick it in Garbage Flood. It's so that's what Saints Row based their garbage gun. Their hang on. I'm just going to put a little bit of bits and bobs up here because one thing I have realised is it's much cooler to fly under stuff than to fly over stuff.
Yes.
So I need to make sure that there's plenty of stuff above you because it looks way cooler.
What was it? I saw a video on YouTube that says all the hidden guns in Saints Row, and he's carrying a Keyblade. I was like, wait a minute, there's hidden weapons? I might need to go look for those.
Let's keep that at 4.
Because the Keyblade in the game is mildly amusing.
No, that's because you had a terrible upbringing.
I've got a Kingdom Hearts tattoo, guy. No, I never actually went and played the third game, so you know.
Well, see the message I've just typed to you, and after reading that message, contemplate to yourself the fact I've never played the game, and so I really should play Kingdom Hearts at some point.
Do I know who that is? Why are you're just yelling at me? who is that? At me?
Yes.
Uh,
I've replied to your question.
yeah, I know. We're not trying to say their name on stream, but
yeah, but yeah,
still,
I've never played the game. Probably should.
it's just a hack and slash. It's not a bad one.
Yeah, I like
the storyline is absolutely batshit insane, but you know,
I like that too. Go under there, and then let's see if I can't make a.
If nothing else, playing the first one tells you everything you need to know about how not to make a camera.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the reasons I don't want an external camera in AstroTrucks, is it's really hard. I said this to Ari the moment they said I want an external view. I said, right, you have a series of choices to make. There is no good solution. The camera either clips, goes into the wall, ghosts, goes above and looks down. There isn't a solution that works. There is just a series of compromises. You pick which compromise you want. We'll go with that one. There isn't a good solution. If there was, that's what everybody would use. So you play something like Tomb Raider now. Oh my god, the camera's just fucking awful. That game's barely playable. And I remember playing Jack and Daxter, and my housemate's like, holy shit, the camera's really, really clever. How is it? Look, it's even like moved to do that. And I said, yeah, it's me on the right analog stick. I'm controlling it. They went, oh.
It works though. Like you control it, but it collides with everything. And when it collides, it gets closer to the character. It's just like, oh, this is not good.
That look cool.
They did a much better with the later games, but you know.
Yeah, well, this is again where when we were doing Eden, I had to point out to RM, like, you're asking for external camera views. This is so hard. In the end, I copied the Fortnite camera, exactly the way it panned and moved, and we just went with that. But yeah, it's a difficult thing to do. Anyway, that's slightly improved. Looks cooler.
I am trapped in the ice now.
You problem?
No. Well, it very much is, but.
Heard that.
Yeah, that was very loud. Very freaking loud.
I have actually made it quieter.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That's a doorway.
But so Nikita, there is no perfect solution for cameras. There isn't one. There is just simply a series of compromises that the game developer needs to pick. Which camera do you want? If it was a solved issue, well, it will be solved. It's still pretty cool now. Right, so I've made. I should probably grab that exo bus from over there. I should check, shouldn't I, rather than going, that looks great.
Oh, something to keep in mind though.
Yeah.
With the new Saints Row, they changed the weapons from hit scan to projectile.
Don't know what makes you think I'm going to play Saints Row.
You'll get it eventually.
I don't think I will.
Oh, it's worth it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, but I mean, I've got to complete Industry first.
That's true. Well, I haven't, and I'm stuck on the new planet. I cannot do that by myself.
Yeah.
That map is asking for so effing much.
Well, we'll try and get an eradication plan done, and then we will apply.
3 or 4 walkers. Yeah, I know the plan.
So you said last time, and then it all went wrong. But I have spent. No, it's because we ran out of silicon. That's what happened. Everything else is irrelevant. We ran out of silicon and graphite. I couldn't even fire the turrets.
Silicon every time.
Yeah, so I have done some of that. You know, I've because when I'm importing stuff into Unity or whatever, I do generally have time to sort of sit there and capture an easy sector, and then just then go, right, you're all silicon. Send it back to base. I mean, in theory, people have asked for third person, and because I run the shadow code, you know, the the shadow character. In theory, it wouldn't be that hard to make it. I mean, I wouldn't force you, but it's one of those that'd be nice to show off your skins and your textures and things. Time is it is nearly time for me to go to bed. I have got a day tomorrow, but I have made patch notes, very important.
No.
AstroTrucks changes, fixed missing ATC, made quick hop taxis bus compatible, made Big D's bus compatible, Lunar plus what's the other place? What gate?
Stellar? No. Oh.
TBD. Stellar's okay. All the drop-offs are okay. There's one more that's possibly not okay, which is the Voron.
Mining or the Voron?
No, the mining.
Yeah.
The mining one's all right. The mining one's all right. I mean, what I will do,
refinery.
I'm just going to do
the one on the top.
I'm going to do a 10-second pass over this one. Yeah. So, Nikita, you said you're totally fine with the camera clipping if the inside face is invisible or transparent. That is so difficult to do. First of all, you've got to start rendering the back of the object. There's your first issue. Then you need a transparency pass for the world. And what I've just said, it might sound like, yeah, cool, well, we'll do that. That's not a trivial thing. That's a really complicated thing. So, yeah, no. No matter how simple that might seem, it's really hard to do. As I said, if there was a good solution,
your hatred of the word just.
Everybody would do it. Well, no, he didn't say just, but Nikita simply stated, I prefer it when it's like this. And then I do agree with you, that generally works. But then you have to ask yourself, why doesn't everybody do it that way? And the answer is, it ain't that easy. I really need to get rid of the demo text that says I'm an example doc in me. Anyway, these will probably all take buses now. But I'm not gonna.
Well, I'll chase you next stream and follow you around and be like, "Yep, that fits. Yep." Nope.
Well, and I need to make sure the tutorial was on and the ATC is on. Did I do anything else of note? But yeah, I just need to spend more time on this. For example, I've got support for per ship audio. Kind of want to do that.
More bits. Hi.
I kind of wish that I could get away with shipping this game to early access and then get people to sort of vote on what they want.
Yeah.
It's hard to say whether or not if this went into early access, people were like, what a brilliant and charming game, we want more, or fuck is this? I don't know. I really don't know.
That sense, or maybe the gentleman that you want to play it would offer some. Because he's got a whole community behind him. By the sound of it.
Nikita, I would like to know what I need to do before the game can release into early access. Also, the bus apparently has a capacitor of 800, and I was running out, so I guess I will make that even bigger. But it's not very efficient. It burns a lot of fuel. So I've.
Well, maybe not a bigger capacitor, but change the ratio for how it charges.
Well, no. The point is supposed to be very inefficient. That's the point. It's supposed to be. I can make it generate faster, but then it will just burn through fuel faster, I guess. Power generation rate equals 2. I also want to increase the max fuel. I really wish I hadn't spread this out. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to make it 1250 then. It is big. Increased bus fuel tank to 1250. But no invisible ships, so that's good. Still getting the error message about corrupted prefab data, and I don't know why. But it doesn't seem to affect anything. It's like, hey, this is corrupt. Is that a problem? It's like, nah. Whatever. Well, yeah, this is the thing. I don't know what state it should be before I release it. That's the question. What needs to be in it?
You got quite a few hours of game in here with what you got.
Yes.
How much have I played? 27 hours? That's not bad.
I mean, I really like it.
Almost level 20.
Well, I really like it to the point where the stream keeps overrunning because I've been playing it, which is a good sign. The question is whether or not other people are prepared to give it the time to play it, or whether they're like, yeah, I can't bother with that. I don't really like it. Let me just pop a refueling nodule on the is it interaction object? Yeah.
Oh, I'm only level 14 in taxi. That's not good.
I mean, that I also like. It's not, how can I put it? I like it when I know that my gameplay is guaranteeing me progressing towards something. I'm guaranteed to be unlocking something. I'm happy to grind away. And in this case, I'm playing it. It's like, Diablo. I'm happy to play because I know I'm definitely accumulating money. I'm definitely accumulating XP. I'm, hopefully accumulating gear. And this one, I'm
Shulka's
always
driving a limo.
Is it?
Yeah. What?
No. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, he isn't. What limo do you think he's
on
driving?
my screen.
What limo do you think he's driving? Do you mean out in the
Space
world?
Limo R1.
Space Limo 1 has no one in it.
Yeah, it has user Shulka. Hang on. If I click on it, nope.
Currently offline. Last seen in Space Limo R1. Space
It's not
Limo
updating for me.
Okay.
Yeah, but Shulka shows is offline. Game. What?
Yeah. It's probably just be optimized out of the message. But yeah, as long as a grind will bring you an upgrade, that's always good. All right, last thing, and then bedtime. AstroTrucks changes. You're too late, Max.
I know.
Buses should be refuelable.
Hey, Max.
I bought a computer, put a load of fans in it, realised there were no only one fan header on the motherboard.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to rip the hard disk out of the old machine, so I'm going to buy an NVMe disk for it as well. So now I'm thinking, do I want to buy a graphics card as well? It's got onboard graphics, but they're going to be awful. So.
Just briefly, while I mentioned, just again, if I tell Tad, and then people will ask Tad, so I do have a small timeline for Fortress Craft. I'm hoping to get the HDRB conversion completed by New Year's Eve.
HDRB?
HDRP, high definition render pipeline. So pretty rendering for Fortress Craft, done by. Hello, Dora. Tad, did you see the stream today?
No.
Oh, it's worth watching. It's worth watching back just to see Dora. She laid in so many. Dora Cam laid in so many positions. She sleeps in it. She's quite predictable during the day. Anyway, conversion to HDRP. The plan is for that to take until the end of 2 months. That's my guess. Maybe quicker, maybe not. I'm then going to do a mock-up of the cold caverns, probably import an old world, but then have it thick fog, but then have the dazzler like piercing through the fog. So there'll basically be not quite bull shots, but planned quality things, because then I can start saying this is what I want it to look like.
I have a world that's finished with the cryo if you want.
I mean,
I've killed all 8, but I haven't cleaned up the mess yet.
Well, what I've done before, you see, is I've just cheated, and I can just I've just started the game up just with unlimited editing, and then just saying to people just build. It doesn't have to work. It just needs to look cool.
But then you can roast me for how terrible my bases is.
Well, I told you we got a comment on our Ministry bases about how good they were. So whatever.
Which boggled my mind, but all right.
Our bases are glorious. So. That's New Year's Eve 2023. I will then re-implement the instance rendering, the Rainwatch clouds, the Atlas rendering, the long distance rendering, streaming MIPS, decals. And so by July 2023, I'm hoping the game should look the way I want it. Then VR networking and let's just put September for that. So I'm hoping that by September next year, I'm ready to start messing around with the game. Now, I probably will mess around with it as I go on, but I'm positing about 10 months in order to more or less get back to where I am, but looking much prettier, which is a lot of work. So, yeah. Right.
Is it running really hard to stand still?
Well, I'm updating the game from a 7, maybe 5-year-old rendering and code base to a new one.
And will that be released as a patch, an update, a later version?
No, it's a sequel. There's no way there is no chance I'm giving away 2 years of work for free. This is so much work. Free for patrons, obviously.
Woo!
That picture, I've lost it. But yeah, I did actually get HDRP working today, which is I'd estimated 2 months of that, so I am pleased. But that has begun. So yeah, we do actually have like real-time reflections and stuff. So I forgot I actually did do a lot of work on Phoenix already. And it's so much quicker to run around the world, look at the world, load the world. It's enormously fast, and I kind of forgot. Yeah, I have many months of work ahead of that one. So Fridays will always be Fortress Craft development stream days. Once we get to the point where we want to start play testing some of the changes. So I'm not having, for example, sideways offloading onto conveyor belts. You have to use a curved one. But we'll need to play test these changes and make sure they're not terrible. Fortress Craft Remastered is not far off. Bear in mind, you know about the new Dead Space? That Dead Space Remastered? 70 quid.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good lord.
Right, well, Dora is now sitting on my hand and hitting my mouse cursor, so I think she would like me to feed her. I think that is
the message you're trying to receive.
Yeah. So I will see you guys again soon. Unrelated to anything, I would like to play some more Live for Speed. It's been ages. But we are going to definitely press on with Mindustry. As I've forgotten how good it was. So, yes, I'll feed you in a second, Dora. So, yeah, you're all awesome. Thank you for watching. We will see you. Well, if I don't see you before, I will see you Friday for the big Fortress Cross stream. Tuesday and Friday nights will be AstroTrucks, and I will start a build of AstroTrucks now, which should fix the bus system. Like buses will fit, and it'll fix some tutorial things. Also, it doesn't say press 1 to turn your engine on. Anyway, I'm going to go do that then. So I will see you next stream. Don't forget to hit the little bell icon to let you know that I'm streaming. I'll keep saying it. I'll see you soon.